So welcome to another episode of FIFA 19 Career Mode Things We Hate. This is where I get your feedback and opinions and put them into one video. And we've got another episode today because you guys have shown a lot of support over the last few episodes and left a lot of comments. So the episodes are going to keep coming. So if you enjoyed the series and you want to see more episodes, let me know by leaving a thumbs up. Let's get to 500 likes. And if you're new around here and you want to see more episodes from this series, hit the subscribe button today and the notification bell, and you won't miss anything. Before we get into the actual list of things we hate for this episode, I want to address some comments because people think that I'm doing these episodes just for the sake of complaining. I know a few people are like, why did you buy the game if you're complaining about it? The whole point is I'm a FIFA YouTuber. I have to buy the game. What else am I going to play? Super Mario Brothers or something. But what I want this series to be is people's feedback on career mode, the things they don't like, put into one spot, into one series where we can look back and say, that needs improving, that needs improving. And, it's just all curated into the one area, which is going to be good in the long run. So make sure if you want to get your opinions heard, leave a comment down below saying the things you don't like in career mode, or you can Instagram DM me as well with a list of things you don't like. I do try and read the Instagram DMs more. So if you want to do that, that's an option. I can only pick a few things every episode, but I think we have enough opinions and enough feedback to make a lot more episodes. So keep leaving your comments because I think we have enough time throughout the year to keep making these episodes anyway. So the first thing we hate today is the fact that we cannot change the time of day for matches being played. So I was looking on the EA forums and I found this one. One guy said to them, why can't we change the time of day for career mode matches in FIFA 19? And one guy replied, EA needs to fix this as soon as possible because it's game breaking for those who hate the daylight. And I guess he does make sense. I was originally thinking, why would this need to be an option? And the ones against this could argue that real life managers can't change the time of day for their matches. But I guess when you're playing in the daylight, it can get annoying because sometimes it's too bright. Sometimes you struggle to see the player or the ball in the areas where there's no shadows. So I can see where people's complaints are coming from for this. But I think the best way to do it is just give us the option whether we want to or not. As you can see in FIFA 19 at the moment, all you can change is the weather. So you can go from overcast to foggy or something like that. You can't change the season, which makes sense. And you can't change the time, which is something that a few people want. So currently in FIFA 19, we have a few different kinds of TV broadcast overlays for different types of tournaments and leagues. But Joe on Twitter told me that they need to add the Carabao Cup broadcasting package next. And I think the Carabao Cup would be a nice one because it is a popular tournament in career mode to play if you're doing the English league, of course. And this is what it would look like on the top left corner. That's your scoreboard. It's pretty colourful. But it would be nice to have the TV presentations for the Carabao Cup because we do have the patch on the kits now. And I think we have the official trophy as well. So I'm always a fan of having the TV overlays because I love that authenticity. And I think the more overlays we get in the game, the better it's going to be for the overall experience. So Giovanni told me on Instagram that he hates the fact that there's no Serie B license this year. And I can't remember 100%, but I do know that the Serie B is unlicensed this year. The Serie A is the only Italian license that's come into the game this year with the patches on the kits as well. The Serie B doesn't have the patches on the kits, and the kits in general are all generic stuff as well. So I think the only licensed stuff is the player names and maybe the team names. I'm not sure, but I do think the club badges as well are generic. So in general, it's not going to be a good experience for those people that use a Serie B team in career mode or do Italian career modes in general. And Giovanni also told me on Instagram that he would like to see more licensed stadiums for the Serie A and the Ligue 1, which is the French league. And I would like to see that as well. I think next year the focus is going to be on the Bundesliga treatment and it's going to get the full stadium injection and it's going to get player faces as well. We've already seen evidence of this. But I do think EA should at least do the Serie A and Ligue 1 as well. I think they're the next ones that need to be added to the list of full treatment. Because overall it's a pretty boring experience. It's not like the Premier League or the La Liga when you're doing a career mode like that. So the more stadiums, the better. So Little Sparks on Instagram told me that he has an issue with the trophy celebrations. He says at the moment only one person gets to hold the trophy, but in real life we see numerous players taking turns to hold the trophy and even the manager gets involved in the celebrations. But at the moment there's no manager in the current trophy celebrations in FIFA 19. And I do have to agree with this. I would like to see EA revamp the trophy celebrations. I have spoken about trophy celebrations and how they should improve it in previous videos, so I'm not going to go on and ramble about that. So we're going to move on to the next one. He also says that he wants EA to do manager customization, but do it the way the Journey is doing it. So you can add tattoos and change hairstyles as well. I think what EA should do is copy PES's style of edit mode and then add extra features like adding tattoos and other stuff. I think that would be cool. He also wants press conferences to be like PES cutscenes and not like English test papers. So at the moment, the press conferences in career mode are pretty bad. They don't make you want to do them. They're sort of tucked away in the emails section, so you don't even know you have to do them unless you read your emails. But yeah, I haven't done them once, I don't think, in a long time in career mode, because they don't affect anything at the end of the day. So PES at least does a few cutscenes, but I think EA should do it like they do in the Journey, where a person asks you like generic sort of questions, and you have to choose one out of the 3 options to reply back with. It didn't happen in FIFA 19, although it was rumoured to come, but I think we'll have to wait and see what the future holds for this sort of press conference thing. So Little Sparks says that he plays player career mode, and the thing that he doesn't like with that is you can either only start the game or not be selected at all. So he wants the ability to be able to come off the bench, which I think is a reasonable feature that should already be in player career mode, so I'm not sure why it's not there, but I don't even touch that player career mode because it's just too boring for me. The last time I played that mode was like FIFA 13. Next up is also another player career mode complaint, and this is from Julian on Instagram. He says that there is unrealistic objectives in player career mode. He reckons that once he had an objective of having to score 8 goals in 4 games, which equals 2 a game, which is pretty hard to do if your overall is 58, but I'm not sure myself, I don't play that, but maybe someone else can verify this as well. So M. Wilkins reckons that you don't get enough money when you get promoted to the Premier League, so I'm going to do an experiment on this, but to provide context, I'm going to read out how much the Premier League teams actually get, and this was taken from a news article. It says the promotion is currently estimated to be worth a minimum of £190 million, and victory catapults the winner straight into the world's top 30 richest clubs. So another article also says the value of promotion to the Premier League this season for clubs that did not get parachute payments will be at least £170 million and could reach a minimum of £290 million if they avoid relegation next year. The figures, which come from the Deloitte Sports Business Group, are based on the extra revenue the clubs will get from the Premier League's broadcast rights next season and guaranteed parachute payments for 2 seasons if relegated in 2018. So you do get a lot of money worth over £100 million, but keep in mind that all that money does not go straight to the transfer budget. The clubs do have facilities that need to run, they've got to pay staff, they have administration costs, so they're not going to get an injection of £200 million in their transfer budget. But regardless, I decided to do a career mode experiment, and I won the league with Stoke, I got promoted, and my budget increased by £65 million, which I think is reasonable. It is much better than what has been seen in the last few years where you would only get like 2 or 3 million to use. So I think it's not too bad. I'm not sure how realistic it is compared to the real life budgets, but 65 million for a club like Stoke is not bad. So there's also a simulation issue in career mode where your assistant, when he picks the lineups, can use a good first team, but he decides to use a more weaker squad to go into the games with. So on the left is the strong team that should be used, and on the right is the team that the assistant used, and that team is all over the place. So yeah, it's a little bit of an issue. I would like the assistants to be more realistic when doing squad selections as well. So next up was a clip sent to me by Nath. He said that he managed to have 2 of the same player on the pitch, and you could see there he's flicking through 2 Mahoneys on his lineup page there. So it's another issue in career mode that shouldn't be there. So this image was sent in to me by Kyle, and he reckons that Team of the Year is rigged. So let's take a look at the image he provided. It says UEFA Team of the Year 2019 announced. Fans have had their final say on the UEFA Team of the Year 2019. The lineup is based on a 4-4-2 with a host of stellar names including Ter Stegen from Barcelona, and Jordi Alba from Barcelona, Umtiti from Barcelona, Piqué from Barcelona, Semedo from Barcelona. The midfielders are Coutinho from Barcelona, Busquets from Barcelona, Kevin De Bruyne from Man City, Neymar from PSG, and the forwards are Messi and Suarez from Barcelona. So it looks like Barcelona have now turned into UEFA Lona, dominating even the UEFA Team of the Year for 2019. So if you have things that you hate in FIFA 19 career mode and you want me to feature them on the channel, make sure you leave a comment, or if you have any clips or images or a list, then you can DM me on Instagram or show me on Twitter as well. If you missed yesterday's video where I showed off the new things that have been added with the latest FIFA 19 update, then make sure you click the card right now, it will take you to that video.